Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a jury in New Hampshire has acquitted a truck driver in the deaths of 7 motorcyclists. Volodymyr Zhukovsky had pleaded not guilty to numerous counts of negligent homicide and manslaughter from the 2019 collision in northern New Hampshire. He had been in jail since the fatal crash. The victims were part of a Marines motorcycle club. Prosecutors allege Zhukovsky had used drugs the day of the crash and had been seen swerving on the road before crashing head-on into the motorcyclists. Ultimately, the judge dismissed 8 charges related to whether he was impaired at the time of the crash. During the trial, defense attorneys blamed the lead biker, saying he was drunk and swerved in front of the truck. The state needed some rain, but it's still taking its toll in some areas. The Maine Department of Transportation has closed a section of Route 6 and 15 in Jackman after 2 days of heavy rain there that led to a culvert failure. Officials say the upstream shoulder and half of the travel lane have been washed out. A detour has been set up that involves taking Route 201 to Bingham and Route 16 in Abbott. The total detour length is 143 miles. Once the water recedes, MDOT will assess the condition of the pipe and plan the next steps to restore traffic to the road. A failed culvert has also closed traffic from Pond Avenue to Forest Avenue in Ellsworth while crews work to replace it there. Officials say they'll expect that it'll be closed for the next day or two. Hometown Health Center introduced a new facility in Palmyra. Our Matthew Juroncic has more.
On a gloomy Tuesday, members of Maine Primary Care Association, Harriman Architecture Company, and supporters came out to see the unveiling of Hometown Health's newest health center. For Hometown Health CEO Robin Winslow, this is something she's been advocating for.
I'm very excited. This is something I've wanted for over 10 years in bringing something to our community that we can all use.
Winslow says the new facility will be an important asset to the town of Palmyra. The building will feature a gym with treadmills, classrooms to hold informational sessions, and nutrition classes for those who rely on SNAP to help them eat healthier. It will also include a daycare and an opportunity to expand the medical assistance treatment program to combat the current opioid crisis. While designing the building, Peter Pinkerton and Christina Porter say they overcame many challenges.
Another hard part about doing things via Zoom is you're online a lot, Google Maps, seeing it via pictures.
It was just the normal isolation of not being in an environment where we're used to collaborating, we're used to being around people, and not having that every single day was a bit of a learning curve, and having to learn how to do it in a more virtual format.
Although Representative Jared Golden was not able to attend the ceremony in person, one of his aides was there on his behalf. Winslow emphasizes the new space is all-inclusive.
It's not just for patients at Hometown Health Center, but it's for the whole community. Brings everybody under one roof. Many times our patients just need somebody to talk to, and this would give them a nice common area to go and very safe.
Reporting from Palmyra, Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Senator Collins visited East Millinocket today. She was touring the Katahdin Higher Education Center. She attended a town meeting with Center Director Deb Roundtree to discuss their project to provide access to child care for families across the region. The visit comes after Collins secured $4 million in the fiscal year appropriations package back in March. Roundtree says the additional funds will benefit the community.
Many of the employers looking to come to the region have expressed interest in finding quality early childhood education services for the families that they're looking to hire and bring to the region. This is a critical opportunity to bring much needed growth as far as economic and community development here in the region.
Funding from the package is intended to renovate 2,000 square feet of space by constructing additional bathrooms, as well as providing technological improvements and supporting education and training resources at the center. Maine farmers now have a new online tool to help them refine their business plans, apply for financing, and manage day-to-day operations. The University of Maine has launched the Maine Farmers Market Price Report. It provides updated price data by commodity, commercial, or organic. It's also searchable by region or statewide using an interactive map tool. Reports can be customized and then downloaded. Well, staying with farming after a 3-year pause, legislative farm bus tours are back. The first stop was the Crane Brothers Farm in Exeter. Our AJ Douglas followed along as lawmakers toured the corn and potato farm.
Agriculture plays a really important role in our state and in our lives.
On Tuesday, the Agriculture Council of Maine hosted a bus tour of farms for state legislative candidates. Lawmakers took time to ask questions and learn what is required to keep farmers in business.
We touched on land preservation, the issues with PFAS, pressures from solar development, and a big one, soil health.
The farm bus tours have been on hold since 2019 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry Commissioner Amanda Beals says she's glad to be back.
This is a really valuable event for legislators and others who are really interested in what's going on in agriculture, want to hear from farmers about what kinds of issues they're facing and what's going well for them.
Crane says the most concerning issues for the farm would be regulations addressing support for advanced technology and access to high-demand staffing.
The future of drone spraying and spreading technology. For the past few years, we've enrolled in the H-2A labor program and have a number of seasonal employees from outside the U.S.
Farmers not listed on Tuesday's bus tour are encouraged to reach out to local representatives with the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry. In Exeter, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
And just another sign of events and programs returning back to in-person and normal. Many of us happy to see that there. Looking outdoors today, though, kind of cool, kind of dreary, but I think that was welcome for a lot of us as we experienced a lot of warm temperatures this past week. For more on what's to come, we'll turn things over to Jeff Weller with a first look at our forecast.
All right, Peter, thank you. Your first weather is brought to you by GRF Real Estate Company, and this was not normal today. High temperatures hanging out in the 60s. Here we are in early August. You felt it, right? 63 in Millinocket, 68 here in Bangor, some 70s further south, but overall, they were 90s just a couple hundred miles away. Those will not be in our backyard anytime soon. Lots of clouds out there today and some showers earlier, and now there are a couple more sprinkles out there as well. The environment tonight could give us a shower pretty much at any given time. We'll be ready for that in the early parts of tomorrow morning. But then it all gets out of here by early parts of tomorrow, and tomorrow should be dry across much of the day. So our forecast then tonight, though, is cloudy skies, a couple of sprinkles left over with low temperatures down near 60. Your full forecast is coming up. Peter?
A very comfortable overnight on the way. Thanks so much, Jeff. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Old Town residents express concerns after a historic bridge gains new restrictions. And a VZ man has a brand new set of wheels thanks to his co-workers. We'll have those stories and much more local news after this.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Ever wondered, wouldn't it be great if I could get my McDonald's chicken favorites with an extra kick of spice? Your flavor buds are in luck. Spicy chicken nuggets are seasoned with cayenne on the outside and made with all white meat chicken on the inside. And the spicy crispy chicken sandwich is topped with a spicy pepper sauce. And suddenly, your flavor wish has come true. For a limited time, get a spicy crispy chicken sandwich or spicy 10-piece chicken McNuggets free with the purchase of $1 or more, only in the app.
the most talented home cooks return.
There's someone from every season.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
Don't miss all new episodes Wednesday, only on Fox.
Coming up tonight on Fox 22 News at 10.
Hi, I'm Susan Farley. Coming up tonight, legislative candidates are getting a first-hand look at Maine agriculture, and here what's important is
Welcome back. After hours of emotional statements from community members, the Bangor City Council voted 6-1 to eliminate the sale of flavored tobacco and nicotine products. Several business owners addressed their concerns for the survival of their businesses. Students spoke in approval of the ordinance, saying they're in fear for their already addicted peers. Some community members compared the sale of flavored tobacco to the drug epidemic currently impacting Bangor and the greater region due to the domino effects of what Bangor residents are calling a gateway drug.
This is an exciting day. The city of Bangor once again showed us that the health and safety of kids prevails over anything else. This is my home. This is where I live, so I'm incredibly proud that my community was not only the first to do it, but also sort of reinforced the importance of it tonight.
Everyone knows tobacco smoking is horrible. I just feel as though we were penalizing the businesses in town, the city of Bangor.
The tobacco ban will begin January 1st of next year, allowing business owners to have some time to remove their soon-to-be restricted retail items. Despite supply chain issues, one doctor has found a way to get children the care they need. For months, the team at Northern Light Pediatrics had tried to acquire a META casting table. It's a tool used to treat infantile scoliosis. Without the table, many families would have to either wait for it to arrive or travel to Boston to receive the care that they need. Dr. Paul Bassett decided the best course of action was to create his own.
With early detection and early diagnosis, the sooner that you can catch this kind of seemingly complicated problem with a 20-degree curve or a 30-degree curve, the younger that the patient is, the earlier the diagnosis is made, and the earlier they undergo casting, the more likely it is that you can bring them to cure.
According to Dr. Bassett, Northern Light Pediatrics was able to avoid worsening conditions with that newly made table. So congratulations on that ability to be innovative there. Very cool. Well, Partners for Peace has begun training to better serve the people of Piscataquis and Penobscot counties. Partners for Peace is an organization that helps those who've survived or are currently trying to escape domestic violence. The National Network to End Domestic Violence works with Partners for Peace to educate them about the intersection of domestic violence and HIV prevention. The groups are working together with the goal of helping those who find themselves within that intersection.
Folks who are experiencing domestic violence and also living with HIV can have some unique needs that may not be immediately apparent. And we're really excited to be getting together, to be doing this essential learning so that we around the state of Maine we can support those survivors in the best possible way.
For more information about Partners for Peace, you can visit their website, partnersforpeaceme.org. Old Town residents have expressed concerns after a historic bridge has gained some hefty weight restrictions. Since July 25th, the Llewellyn G. Estes Memorial Bridge has a weight restriction of 30 tons or 60,000 pounds. The new guidelines will not affect most local delivery vehicles such as fire engines and school buses. However, loaded logging trucks and other construction vehicles will be affected. Director of Communications for Maine Department of Transportation says a temporary bridge is being discussed with the town's construction community.
We're sorry that this is going to be an inconvenience for a time. But we're also working with Old Town, with contractors, with the university to try to make sure that this project gets done.
Merrill says construction for a new bridge should begin in 2024. Coming up next on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, following the FBI's surprise raid of former President Donald Trump's Florida home, Republicans vowing investigations of investigators if they retake Congress. And new inflation data out this week as high prices remain at the top of mind for many. We'll have those stories and more after this.
Many states have a tax-free weekend. Well, we thought you should save too. Right now, get 15% off everything, or get up to 60 months no interest. It ends Sunday.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master Mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
And here we go, folks. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. Wow, this is as good as it gets. Let's go! Oh, my goodness! Sensation.
MLB returns to the Field of Dreams when the Cubs take on the Reds Thursday at 6 on Fox.
Not all states have a tax-free weekend. That doesn't seem right. So come into Jordan's and get 15% off everything right now, or get up to 60 months no interest. It ends Sunday.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Shockwaves from the FBI's surprise search of former President Trump's Florida home are reverberating and could continue through November 2022 and 2024. Republicans are vowing investigations of the investigators if they retake Congress, while Democrats say no one's above the law. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington.
Mixed reactions outside of Trump Tower after FBI agents in an unprecedented move searched former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home Monday night.
What we need to hear is a response from DOJ and the FBI.
The Justice Department has been investigating whether Trump took classified documents with him to Mar-a-Lago after leaving the White House. The Trump team gave 15 boxes to the National Archive and Records Administration in January. Investigators from the DOJ even met with Trump attorneys at the property in June for a meeting about turning over information. But it's unclear how communications broke down. The perceived lack of cooperation is one reason why sources say the FBI carried out the search.
That's a mystery to me. I'm not too sure why, unless they were alleging that they feared that the president would destroy the evidence if he was given notice.
Trump, who says agents even broke into his safe, was in New York when the search was conducted. His supporters, like House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, are now threatening to probe Attorney General Merrick Garland if Republicans take back the House in November.
Nobody's above the law, but the law needs to be above politics.
The White House responding during an afternoon briefing.
President Biden has been unequivocal since the campaign. He believes in the rule of law, in the independence of the Justice Department investigations, that those investigations should be free from political influence.
Some Republicans say this search has only solidified their support of former President Trump, though he has yet to announce his candidacy for 2024. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
World leaders are working to contain the fighting around Europe's largest nuclear power plant. Russian troops are positioned with military equipment near nuclear reactors. Both Moscow and Kyiv are accusing the other of shelling the power plant, as global agencies like the United Nations urge both sides to back down. Fox's Alex Hogan has more from Kyiv.
Deadly blasts rock a Russian airbase in Crimea Tuesday. Witnesses say they heard several explosions and thick smoke was seen pouring from the military installation. Russia's defense ministry says it was detonated munitions, not an attack at the base on the Crimean Peninsula, which was annexed by the Kremlin in 2014.
The situation is under control. We are assessing the amount of damage on site.
Meanwhile, world leaders are scrambling to contain the fighting around Europe's largest nuclear power plant, which is under Russian occupation. Officials are growing more concerned about the safety of millions of lives endangered by Russian troops staged near reactors housing nuclear material.
We cannot guarantee safety because there are armed people at the station and we don't know what they have in their minds and we don't know where they can bomb, but the power plant units are generally protected.
This comes after days of Russia and Ukraine accusing each other of shelling the power plant. The UN and International Atomic Energy Agency calling on both sides to back down before a major disaster occurs.
Any attack to a nuclear plant is a suicidal thing.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is pushing for sanctions to prevent any further aggression.
Russia will not pay attention to words and concerns. New sanctions are needed against the terrorist state and the entire Russian nuclear industry for creating the threat of a nuclear disaster.
Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department has approved $89 million in mine-clearing assistance for Ukraine. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Meanwhile, Taiwanese officials are issuing a new warning about China's latest military drills. The island began its own exercises Tuesday. Fox's Amy Kellogg has more.
Some consider China's military exercises around Taiwan a rehearsal for invasion, but the island's government fears Beijing's ambitions could be even bigger than that. Taiwan's foreign minister warns the continued exercises reflect China's desire to control large parts of the Western Pacific. He fears Beijing could impose a blockade to prevent countries from helping Taiwan in the event of an attack.
China's real intention behind these military exercises is to alter the status quo in the Taiwan Strait and the entire region.
On Tuesday, China extended its drills for a sixth day. Taiwan appeared to show it's ready to defend itself by launching its own exercises. The Biden administration says it's closely watching China's actions, but some defense experts say it could be in the United States and Taiwan's best interest to intervene.
You can counter it economically, say sanctions. You can push back militarily by putting more carrier battle groups in the Pacific.
As tensions build, the Biden administration is taking new steps to counter Beijing's growing influence. On Tuesday, President Biden signed the CHIPS and Science Act, which aims to improve competition with China in manufacturing computer chips, among other things.
People are going to look back at this week with all we've passed and all we've moved on, that we met the moment at this inflection point in history.
President Biden said the Chinese government lobbied U.S. businesses against the legislation. In London, Amy Kellogg, Fox News.
And the Biden administration is monitoring the outbreak of the monkeypox virus in the U.S. Last week, the administration declared it a public health emergency. Earlier today, the CDC director and the Health and Human Services secretary shared details about the federal response. Fox's Rich Edson has details from Washington.
The growing monkeypox outbreak has Americans lining up for vaccines, again, if they can find them.
Every American should take monkeypox seriously, and every American must do their part to help us beat back monkeypox.
The CDC reports there are more than 8,000 confirmed cases of the virus in the United States. Health officials stress vaccines are a central part of controlling the virus spread, but supplies are limited. And now the FDA will allow healthcare providers to use 1/5 of a full dose.
This will increase the total number of doses available for use by up to 5-fold.
There are worries with the start of the school year, though officials say only a handful of children have contracted it. The Department of Health and Human Services declared monkeypox a public health emergency, freeing up funding to fight the virus.
I think there's a potential to get this back in the box, but it's going to be very difficult at this point.
Testing is also a top priority. In Arizona, the state's largest diagnostic lab is using a monkeypox PCR test.
It's very important, if you think you got it, to go seek your medical health care provider and get tested.
The World Health Organization also declared monkeypox a public health emergency. There are more than 30,000 confirmed cases around the world. In Washington, Rich Edson, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, how an 11-year-old girl is collecting backpacks for those in need. And in sports, Cooper Flagg is headed to Florida. But before he ships south, our Dave Peck challenged him to a quick game of one-on-one. And boy, was it quick. We'll be right back.
The shocking return of Karrion Kross to put Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns in a time crunch. It's an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Now you can buy a certified pre-owned vehicle with confidence at every turn. Meet Ford Blue Advantage. Browse our massive inventory online anytime. Then check out our vehicles in person at your Ford dealer. See, touch, drive before you buy. And get a certified inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, Carfax report, a money-back guarantee, and 31,000 factory-trained technicians to service your Ford after the sale. Ford Blue Advantage. Certified pre-owned vehicle buying built for you.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel, or Newport.
Welcome back. Americans are bracing for new inflation data out this week as high prices remain top of mind. Fox's Laura Ingle has more details from New York.
All smiles on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, but the markets are not as enthusiastic. Stocks were down ahead of a new inflation report out Wednesday.
The inflation number should come down a little bit when we get it tomorrow. 8.7, still very high, from 9.1 in June. But the good news is it may begin to come down much more quickly.
Expectation is inflation cooled last month, due in part to falling gas prices. Gas Buddy reports that the national average ticked below $4 a gallon this week, the first time since March. The White House is hoping that helps ease pressure on Americans.
We've seen the gas prices come down in the past 56 days, which is because of the work that this president has done. We hope to see that is reflected in CPI.
And to get ahead of Wednesday's report, President Biden is also touting legislation moving through the House this week called the Inflation Reduction Act.
That's going to lower the cost of health care and energy and make historic investments to tackle climate crisis.
Critics say the bill will have the opposite effect and actually hurt the economy.
It couldn't be a worse time, and while other countries are lowering their taxes,
on businesses to fight inflation. Here we are raising it.
The Federal Reserve will be closely watching Wednesday's inflation report and anticipating their next move on interest rates. In New York, Laura Engel, Fox News.
With news of the IRS receiving an extra $80 billion in funding, taxpayers are wondering how that money will be used. Fox's Aisha Hasni has more from Capitol Hill.
Tonight, growing fears about a growing IRS.
Yes, I do have a fear of being audited.
I think that's ridiculous. The IRS needs to be smaller, not bigger.
As the White House finally goes on the record about who the IRS will use $80 billion to go after.
So no new audits on anybody making under $400,000 a year?
Very clear, no.
Republicans aren't buying it, saying low and middle class earners and small businesses will pay the price for expensive audits. Democrats believe 87,000 new employees, not all of which will be agents, will help the IRS go after the uber wealthy, a way to fix the disproportionate targeting of the lowest earners. Recent analysis by Syracuse University reveals the IRS audits the poor about 5 times more than everyone else. And in 2019, ProPublica published the top 5 places for audits were predominantly black rural counties in the Deep South.
Auditing the working poor is much easier than auditing the affluent or the wealthy.
Experts say budget cuts over the years caused the agency to lose auditors who were far more experienced to go after the wealthy.
And so the audits aren't just way down for the rich and for corporations, but they're thinner, they're less good.
And taxpayers we've spoken with have mixed opinions about whether this will work as Democrats intend. They hope there will be plenty of congressional oversight along with that big fat check. On Capitol Hill, I'm Aisha Hasni, Fox News.
A VZ man now has a brand new set of wheels thanks to his co-workers at Hannaford. As Jody Hersey tells us, Michael Mooney's bicycle was stolen while he was on the job, so store employees took up a collection in order to gift him a new one.
19-year-old Michael Mooney pedals to the Hogan Road Hannaford in Bangor each week, where he works part-time. Last month, when Mooney finished his shift, he went outside to hop on his bike and discovered it missing, even though he had used a bike lock.
I was just speechless in shock.
His co-workers were just as surprised.
Michael rides that bicycle to and from work. That's how he gets to work. And in this day and age, I mean, you got to give him kudos for that.
When Michael had called Bangor PD to report it, Bangor PD did their best to try to locate it, but were unsuccessful.
Mooney's boss and the other Hannaford employees decided to take matters into their own hands and started collecting donations amongst themselves in order to gift him a new one. They presented Mooney with that new bicycle last week.
As I say, I don't have any friends, I only have family, and Hannaford is now part of my family.
He's very deserving of it, and we're glad. All of us are very glad that we could do that to help him.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Just a touching story there. Meanwhile, many students in Penobscot, Piscataquis, and Knox counties will receive a brand new backpack just in time for school, thanks to the generosity of an 11-year-old from Brewer. It's the 5th year in a row now that Ava Burke has chosen to collect backpacks for her birthday rather than gifts and donate them to the We've Got Your Back program at Penquis. On Tuesday morning, Burke dropped off 221 brand new bags, more than doubling her goal from last year.
And it made her sad when she saw that other kids didn't have what she had, and she wanted to help them feel confident in the school year. And I just think that's really extraordinary that a child has that much empathy.
I like making all the backpacks as unique as they possibly can, so then all the kids can get special different backpacks. And they're not going to be like, oh, there's 20 of that one and a bunch of other kids are going to have that one. I don't really like it. So I try to keep it really diverse so the kids can find one that they really like.
Well, certainly embodying the message on her shirt there, be kind. Burke is the top donor to the annual We've Got Your Back program at Penquis. Just incredible work there. Well, it's been so hot in the Pacific Northwest that trees are exploding in Portland, Oregon. Fox's Marilyn Dutch has more from one neighborhood where a historic tree tore apart.
1 week later, and this is now what is left of the northern red oak that exploded here on Southeast 34th and Bybee. The branch that came crashing down was estimated to weigh roughly 30,000 pounds. Fortunately, no one was hurt and property damage was minimal. Still, it was a regularly maintained, healthy tree. But like the rest of us, this old oak had just gone through a heat wave where the highs hit between 95 and the triple digits. 7 days in a row, the longest heat wave on record in the Portland area. That kind of heat is not healthy for humans, and it turns out it's not healthy even for the oldest, most beautiful, and most resilient trees. Arborist Michael Jolliffe tells us how intense heat can cause a tree to explode.
And that tends to cause thermal changes inside the tree in the wood tissues, and also build up of gases inside the tree that can be explosive and sudden.
Jolliffe says these explosions happen in the big old trees, especially oaks, the kind we love for the shade they bring us in summer's heat. And he says the weight of these trees are also a factor.
We have seen it, in a sense, explode because under that amount of weight, you hear it. It's very dynamic.
The aftermath looks like an explosion, too, as if the tree spontaneously pulled itself apart. In Powell Park last week, another huge branch came down. Jolliffe says there was some rot there, but he also thinks heat and the massive tree's weight played a part. A warming climate could mean we see more explosions like this one.
We're going to continue to see it, especially with the way that the heat is trending.
This was a heritage tree registered with the city of Portland, unique because of its size, age, and beauty. A tree that predates its Eastmoreland neighborhood. Could the tree explosion have been prevented?
There isn't any real precursors or warnings, and that's the problem. No tree is perfectly safe.
Jolliffe says sometimes they can brace a tree's possible failure points, but that's not foolproof. The heritage tree survived more than 200 years in a slew of ice storms, but Portland's heat wave may have been too much for one of Eastmoreland's favorite old oaks. Sadly, this great old oak tree will have to be taken down, removed entirely.
Well, certainly feeling a lot cooler back here in our area. More on what's to come next in our full 5-day forecast.
Well, this is not normal. High temperatures pretty much in the 60s across our area today, but warmer temperatures are on the way, and there's more rain in the forecast as well. Those details when I come back.
Bruce Poliquin has always fought to protect Maine residents and businesses. That's why he spoke out against a Washington scheme to let the IRS spy on Maine bank accounts. Washington bureaucrats want to monitor our transactions, take more of our money, and ignore our privacy. But Bruce Poliquin is fighting back. Call Bruce and tell him to keep up the fight. He's standing up for Maine and keeping the government out of our bank accounts.
From the moment you could count all of their toes, all of their fingers, you knew you had to protect them. When it comes to protecting them against COVID, you need the facts. You can now get the COVID-19 vaccine with other immunizations for children 6 months and older. Just like other childhood vaccines, the COVID-19 vaccine has been proven safe and effective and is now authorized for children 6 months and older. Get the facts. Talk to your pediatrician or visit bravelikeme.com.
Breakdowns, collisions. Things happen on the road unexpectedly, but here at Phil's Towing, we understand. With years of experience, our friendly professionals are here for you when you need them the most, no matter how big the task or vehicle is. At Phil's Towing, with our heavy-duty trucks, we guarantee an arrival time of 30 minutes or less and are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Give us a call at Phil's Towing. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Something exciting is happening at Otelco. We've been talking about our investment in fiber internet a lot lately. $33 million invested, 455 miles of fiber to 43,000 Maine homes. Now we have even more good news. We're joining together with GoNet Speed and taking our mission to expand fiber to a whole new level. It's the fastest possible internet, and this is just the beginning. Visit otelco.com/good news to learn more.
It's been a pretty warm summer, so today we got a break, right? 63 in Millinocket, 68 here in Bangor. This is not normal. The average high is still near 80. We'll get closer to that tomorrow and also for Thursday and Friday with warmer air on the way. Look at 90s, though. We're not too far away. Those will stay there, though, for now. Okay, so for tonight, low temperatures pretty much hanging out near 60. All the clouds and moisture around keeps temperatures uniform. Look for not so low temperatures down near 60 tonight. And recovering tomorrow, back up into the 70s once again. All right, the wind is all over the place again, out of the north, southeast, and west, pretty much variable. It'll shift more out of the south tomorrow, southeast. That could give us high temperatures back in the mid-70s, and it might get a little gusty, too, through the afternoon after it goes calm for several hours tonight. Allergy-wise, all right, so look what happened. Tree pollen, you're good. Grass pollen, good. Weed, good as well, but mold now in the moderate category, and likely going into the high category beginning as soon as tomorrow, maybe on Friday as well. So overall, if you're sniffling or sneezing, this could be a reason why, as the mold spores are in the air currently. Lots of clouds across our region. There's a front across the region, right? Keeping the clouds around. The heavier rain is pushed off to our east. That will go away. For us, though, just some general showers and some drizzle tonight. Front's going to come through, though, tomorrow and kind of push all this out of here early tomorrow morning. So overall, we'll keep some clouds around, but the rain should stop overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. And the rain's not heavy. There's a couple light sprinkles and light showers out there, and not for all of you as well. So overall, it'll be a pretty quiet night and cloudy night around here tonight. Futurecast shows the story, right? Lots of clouds this evening, looking at a couple of sprinkles out there. Here's tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock or so, still some clouds around, a couple of sprinkles in there as well. Here comes that front out of the west, so it should clear the clouds out tomorrow evening for a little while before we get some more rain showers in here on Thursday, and those could be some locally heavy rain showers once again, especially on Thursday afternoon. Rainfall looks like this, so not a lot of rain on the way. So a couple areas of drizzle tonight, some sprinkles out there through tomorrow, and then a front comes in here on Thursday. That could give us maybe a tenth of a quarter inch of rain. Not a big rainmaker, right? For tonight, though, lots of clouds out there, a couple of sprinkles and showers, more likely drizzle and sprinkles. Low temperatures, not so low, down near 60 for tonight. For tomorrow, all right, so lots of clouds around tomorrow. A couple sprinkles can't be ruled out. A little bit warmer with high temperatures back in the mid-70s tomorrow, and a calm wind early, picking up through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow 76, 79, getting close to 80 on Thursday, but some more rain showers back in the forecast on Thursday, followed by a beautiful day on Friday, 80. Look at the weekend now, 80 and 81 with temperatures in the 80s and lots of sunshine both on Saturday and Sunday. Peter?
All right, so a very comfortable outlook overall. Thanks for that, Jeff. And sports coming up next. Stay with us.
Next up to bat for the next homies, Luke. Don't strike out this year when selling your home. Hit a home run. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
When I married my late husband, who was a widower, I took on his beautiful daughters as my own. The chaos of raising 5 girls while working full-time didn't exactly prepare me to govern during turbulent times, but it helped. I learned to listen and work together because no one has a monopoly on solutions in a family or in a state. That's why we brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together to move Maine forward. Girls, some things just don't change.
For over 17 years, ADA Fence Company has been offering top quality fences at the best price and doing the job right the first time. Choose from vinyl, ornamental, wood, rental, and chain link fences. ADA Fence Company also builds kennels, enclosures, and gates of all types and sizes. Proudly serving Eastern and Central Maine. Call ADA Fence Company today at 1-888-891-4564. ADA Fence Company, the professional fence people.
Bangor, Maine. It's time. Pitbull. Can't Stop Us Now tour. I don't know about you, but I feel good. Pitbull, the party of a lifetime. With special guest Iggy Azalea. Maine Savings Amphitheater, August 11th. Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com. For more, hit pitbullmusic.com. Fireball.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Judge and the Yankees battle Bogarts and the rival Red Sox. It's Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. So this past high school basketball season, Brewer was my team. I picked them to win states. I picked them to beat Cooper, Flagg, and Nokomis, and I've since been eating my words. Now Flagg and his brother headed to Montverde in Florida, but before he leaves, we had a score to settle, 1-on-1, and it ended just how you might imagine.
You're about to play Coop 1-on-1, 1st to 7. What's the score? What's your prediction?
I won't score on him, and I'm way better than you.
As soon as I saw Dave walk in with the Chuck Taylors on, I knew it was over.
He looks like kind of like a 90s hooper, you know, very fundamental.
Oh my God. My boy Dave came out with the Brewer jersey on. I think that was a very bad decision on his end. All over him. You know, Cooper took that personal, and he wasn't going to let that slide.
Just personal rivalry from last year, you know, something that we take to heart, losing that one game of our season, so you know, just had to get him back.
My game plan going into it, let him shoot the 3. I'm not going to lose getting dunked on. And he did both.
Six. No, the witches, it hit some personal. It hit some personal.
I saw a look in his eyes when I pulled out the Witches jersey.
You get the rock, you got scored on 7 times.
And then he blocked my ass.
It's a good game. It's valiant effort.
What was it, 7-0?
Yeah.
What did it take, a minute 30?
It's a new age, new type of basketball, and we just showed it right there.
This is the best high school player I've ever seen. Not because he's 15 or he's 14 years old. Like, he's the best player I've ever seen.
Great job from Tyler putting that together. I still got the Chuck Taylors on. Landon didn't like them. I'm still rocking them. One thing, though, I do have to apologize to my good friends of Brewer. I let you guys down. I'm sorry. I did not mean to bring you guys in and have the collateral damage on the Witches, but credit to them because they are the state champions, and best of luck to Cooper and Ace as they head south to Montverde this week. They're not the only players on Maine United heading to prep school, though. After 2 seasons with Bangor, Landon Clark, who you just saw criticize my Chuck Taylors, is transferring to St. Paul's in New Hampshire. The former Ram spent all summer playing in the Nike Elite League with Maine United, and he garnered a significant amount of attention, specifically while at the Peach Jam tourney last month. Clark said St. Paul's felt like a good fit as soon as he stepped on campus. Solid academics, historic campus, and athletics that would stretch his ability.
Just a high-level competition in practice and in every game. You know, we go to prep school, and you got these guys who are older, bigger, stronger, who you play against every day. So in practice and in the games, I'm just looking for a higher opportunity.
So congratulations to Landon, and best of luck on your next endeavor. Let's switch to some Red Sox, though. Just when we thought things couldn't get worse for Chris Sale, things have gotten worse for Chris Sale. The Red Sox announced on Tuesday that the lefty has suffered a broken wrist during a bicycle accident this past Saturday. Sale was already recovering from a finger injury after finally coming back from a broken rib, but this one will put him on the shelf for the rest of the season.
We need to dispatch some people to go find whoever has the Chris Sale voodoo doll and recover it. It's just, you know, it stinks. It's really unfortunate. I mean, we're relieved this wasn't worse, but it's been such a run of bad luck for him and obviously for us.
So Sale is done for the year. The entire rotation has been banged up all summer. Nate Eovaldi is back. Now Tanner Houck is on the 15-day IL. But Michael Wacha is on his way, making a rehab start in Portland on Tuesday. Wacha has been recovering from a tired shoulder since early July. Top 4 here. Sea Dogs up 2-1. Wacha with a defensive gem. Look at that. Snagging Tristan Peters, that line drive right back to him. Then a little bit later, he'll get Brett Auerbach here looking on the outside corner. Nice pitch there from Wacha. Still in the 4th now. This was the one blemish of his outing. Sean Roby's RBI single here to center. That ties the game at 2. And then in the bottom of the 4th, the Dogs would retake the lead, though, here from Eli Marrero with the RBI single to center, scoring Alex Vanellis. Sea Dogs end up winning it 5-4 in 10. For Waka, a successful outing, 4+. He allowed 2 runs while striking out 5.
Physically, I feel great, and I felt like the ball was coming out pretty good at times. The command of some of my stuff wasn't quite where I would have liked it to be tonight, but overall the body and shoulder and everything has been feeling great, so pleased with that.
And the rehab appearances will continue into Wednesday night as Kike Hernandez will suit up for the Sea Dogs then. Radio That Sports, we'll be right back after the break.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5197 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday all-day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-item pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
We are the first family of country music. We gotta show the world the legacy will continue beyond me.
I'll do anything to protect this family.
Our family is all secrets and lies. What did you do? If there's a hell, I booked my ticket years ago. Just watch.
Monarch series premieres September 11th on Fox.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
Welcome back. A Maverick fanfare kicks off this weekend. 2 pop icons record a duet and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
What do we have here?
Maverick salutes, Minaj scores, and Spears records in the Hollywood Nation. Britney Spears is making her post-conservatorship comeback with the help of Sir Elton John. The pop icons teamed up to record a new duet called Hold Me Closer, a remake of John's 1971 classic Tiny Dancer. The track will be released soon and marks Spears' first new song in 6 years.
I thought you witnessed my final coup de grace.
Nicki Minaj will take the top honor at MTV's Video Music Awards. awards. The rap superstar will receive the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, as well as perform during the ceremony, airing live from New Jersey, August 28th. Andy Serkis is back behind the camera for a new project. The actor and filmmaker will direct Madame, a new biopic series chronicling the life of French artist Madame Tussauds, who founded the world-famous wax museum.
Good morning, aviators.
And Top Gun Maverick feels the need to return the love back to moviegoers. Paramount Studio announced a fan appreciation weekend at theaters nationwide to thank fans for making the film a $1.35 billion box office hit. The theatrical celebration will offer special showings of the sequel, where fans get a behind-the-scenes look at Tom Cruise and the rest of the cast shooting on board the USS Roosevelt. In addition, fans will receive a new Top Gun Maverick collector's print. It kicks off Friday, August 12th.
Having any fun yet?
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, movie fans can travel back in time this week to see a classic movie from the past. Steven Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial will play in some IMAX AMC theaters across the country for its 40th anniversary. AMC says the movie has been digitally remastered to play in theaters starting Friday, August 12th. The story is about a lost alien and a young boy who helps him find his way home. Henry Thomas, Drew Barrymore, and Robert McNaughton all star in that movie. And a classic at that. A new study says limiting your eating to an 8-hour period can help you lose weight. A researcher at the University of Alabama at Birmingham and other scientists compared the weight loss of people who ate over a 12-hour period with that of people who ate over an 8-hour period. During one analysis, the researchers discovered that eating during restricted times did not necessarily result in losing more body fat. However, a second review of 59 people who ate during an 8-hour window found most people lost roughly 5 pounds over a 14-week time frame and improved their blood pressure. Well, speaking of food, would you eat this? The Kansas City Royals unveiling this new sandwich. You decide if it's delicious or disgusting. It's a barbecue pulled pork sandwich topped with bacon, barbecue sauce, and Reese's peanut butter cups. The addition of the sandwich to the stadium's concession stands was announced in April, part of a new program called Dare to Pair, which celebrates unusual yet tasty food combinations. Don't know how I feel about that. Might have to try it first. I guess that's something to get you. Well, a baseball card often considered the Mona Lisa of collectibles goes for an unbelievable sale price. The famous T206 Honus Wagner baseball card fetched for a record $7.25 million in a private sale conducted by Golden Auctions. The 1909 to 1911 card has been called art, history, and folklore because of its rareness. Fewer than 50 authenticated copies exist. Wagner was a shortstop who played for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the early 1900s. He won the batting title 8 times. The buyer's name is not yet known. Well, very interesting there, and that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your evening. See you back here tomorrow night.